Oh, hey guys, this is Uncle Doug coming to you from one of the new ministry houses here in Liberty, Missouri, or around Liberty, Missouri. I'm trying to look at that camera over there. The screen's here, you're over there, so I'll try and look at you without looking at me. Anyway, I'm shooting on my cell phone here, and just want to do a quick update for you. I don't know how I can hold this camera well, maybe that'll work. We're working like crazy to get these new houses finished up so that we can get everybody moved out of Liberty, out of the townhouses where we've been for over a decade, and get moved out here. So anyway, that's Rob inside. They don't know I'm making a video, so they're in there talking. Anyway, I can't tell you all about it yet because we've got neighbors determined to do as much harm as they can. Neighbors that claim to be Christians and love Jesus and are obsessed with their resale value of their house and everything else. But anyway, it's one of those things where I learned a long time ago. We had an event in the park, and I asked sponsors and said, hey, we'll put your information on our website, and people that hated us called all of them, and so Doug's Satan and all this stuff, and most of them knew us and blew it off. But there's a lot of bad spirits out there trying to do harm and not let people just do what they feel like God's leading them to do. But anyway, I want to give you some updates. The court case against Clay County is waiting for the judge to give us a determination on whether or not she's going to dismiss the case. That's, of course, what you do when you're accused of something. Your lawyer first tries to get it dismissed and dropped, and that's the end of it. And then if they don't drop it, then you got to litigate it and go to court and maybe jury trial and whatever you got to do. But if you can get them on some excuse, some reason, whatever, to get rid of it, then you try that first. So we went to court, we had a hearing, our attorney presented why she shouldn't dismiss it, and they said why they should dismiss it. It's sort of circular because they're saying that we're not ripe, which is a legal term, meaning we haven't really been injured. We haven't really been turned down and told no. My argument is, the second they said you can be a church, but not that kind of church, we were told no. But they say, well, you got to go through, try to negotiate it out, get a rezone, get a variance, get a conditional use permit, something, and then when you're told no, then you're ripe. But the reason we're in court is because we appealed the administrative decision that a church could not be residential, and the Planning and Zoning Board, and then the Board of Zoning Adjustment, then the County Commission said no, then we appeal it to the court. So this judge, I think, has to give us an up or down opinion on whether or not the administrative decision was correct. I don't see how you dismiss that if that's the route of appeal. And the interesting thing is, if she was to dismiss it, she would essentially be saying no and agreeing with the county commission that a church is not residential and we can't do that. So we would be right. So by dismissing it and saying no, because we're not ripe, her saying no would probably make us ripe. So it's a little circular. So she said it'd be about a week, and it's been 3 weeks, which I think plays to our good, that it's not an up or down quickie thing. But I don't know, maybe she broke her leg or she's on vacation. But anyway, she said she'd try and get it in about a week, and it's been 3 weeks. So I'm taking that as a good sign because that's what I do. Anyway, we are right now in a transitional situation where we're trying to get out of Liberty and get near the farm. God has opened a door for us to have ministry houses in Excelsior Springs near the farm. But they are some donated, some super cheap, and we are spending money remodeling them and getting them up to meet code so that people can move into them, get occupancy permits and all that kind of stuff. So we really could use the help right now. We've got the ongoing court with the lawyer. We've got the cost of all of this move and everything. I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks we'll be completely out of Liberty and near the farm. Still can't be on the farm, but we can, God's arranged for us to be near the farm. And that makes a lot of stuff a lot easier. We won't be back and forth and having meetings here and there and wherever, and gas money back and forth to Liberty and everything else. We'll just all be in Excelsior or nearby. Anyway, that was a rabbit got a hold of me when I was clipping its nails, by the way. Anyway, I'm not cutting myself. That was a rabbit. It looks worse now than it really was because it's scabbed over, but it's just a little surface wound. Don't worry. Don't pray for that. That's okay. God's got that under control. Anyway, I want to specifically put out a plea for folks that might have some special skills, especially in the auto mechanic area. If you are thinking about coming, maybe one of the conferences doesn't fit your schedule, but you've got some skills and knowledge in the way of auto mechanics, and I don't mean like shade tree, I can change my own oil. I mean like have made a living at it and kind of know what you're doing and stuff. Gone to school for it or something, because we have a bunch of vehicles that really need some help, and we can't afford $70, $80, $90 an hour to pay somebody at a shop to do some of that stuff. And we've got volunteer mechanics that can do brake jobs and oil changes and, you know, spark plugs and, you know, some general stuff. But the Dodge pickup has got a bad transmission. The box truck seems to have a bad fuel pump. Might be a bad ground, we're not for sure, but it's not getting gas. My pickup, I'm not sure. One of the volunteer guys put a cam position sensor in it that they thought would take care of the knock that it was having, but now it doesn't run at all. I think one of the coil packs is not on or is gone bad. But, you know, the pickups are an important part of this. We got to be able to haul animals around. We got to haul trailers. We got to pick up donations and whatever. And there's we got a Dodge Durango that was donated, sort of. That needs something with the brakes, because if you step on them hard, nothing happens. If you step on them slow, you get to stop a little bit until you stand on them, and then you got nothing. We've got, needs ball joints or trailing arms or something on the front. We got a donor Durango with all the stuff on it that's got a master cylinder, slave cylinder, and all the parts we need. It needs the bumper off the front of the white one, put on the black one, and just a bunch of stuff. We got one motor swap if somebody was interested in helping with that on a Kia Rondo. We bought a replacement motor after the other one jumped a timing belt. Anyway, I'm sure this is really boring for a bunch of folks. My point is, we're doing a lot of construction, not exactly construction, but remodeling type, you know, 2x4s and drywall and stuff like that, carpet, paint. If you have special skills there and you want to take some time, come hang with us and help with that kind of stuff, we could sure use it. If you have auto mechanic, truck mechanic skills and wanted to come hang with us for, I don't care, a weekend, a day, a week, you know, till Jesus comes back, I don't care. We really need, we've really been praying for somebody that can knowledgeably and joyfully, we've got some guys that are willing, but, you know, it's not their best thing and it's hard for them, and you know, they're whatever. Anyway, so it's just something we've been praying for. Maybe that's not your thing, but you could pray in agreement with us that God would send somebody for whom that is their mission, their passion, their gifting, that can contribute to the kingdom. And financially right now, things are pretty tough. We've got a lot happening at the farm. It's beginning to get on its feet as far as some of the revenue generation portions of it, like the petting zoo, not the fixed petting zoo. We're still fighting with zoning with that, but with the mobile petting zoo, we've had some good success, and it's just really a matter of making phone calls and getting contacts and stuff made. See, this is an example right here. This has got to get, there's a piece that has to go across there, and that has to get painted, and like that one. There you go. Anyway, little stuff, just lots of little stuff. Anyway, I've got more videos coming, but I want to get this one out there. If you'd like to help financially, you can PayPal. You go on our website, there's a little piggy bank, and you can give on a credit card whether or not you use PayPal. You can call in, and I can run a credit card manually through my phone, or you know, there's information there about how to mail a check or whatever like that. So if I don't ask people to pay for deliverance or prayer or whatever, but I think it'd be good to pay it forward. If you've been blessed by the ministry, help us go bless more people. Forward the videos, subscribe, click the little bell so you're notified on YouTube when we put out a new video. YouTube may not tell you anymore. Things are changing. There's no more private messaging. There's no way to get a hold of you. If you ask me a question on a comment on one of the videos, you don't get an answer. I may not have seen it. It might have gone to spam. If you have a link to another video or another website, it almost surely has gone to spam. So if you want an answer from me and you're not getting it in the comments, email to fotm@fellowshipofthemartyrs.com. That's going to come straight to me. I read all of those and do my best to try to get responses back to everybody on that stuff. A lot of warfare lately, a lot of just nonsense and lies and just attacks and all kind of stuff, but it's, you know, kind of regular comes and goes kind of stuff, and we praise the Lord and we move on. And I don't feel like I am my defender. I feel like God's my defender, and people ought to be able to just go to the Lord and ask the Lord what's truth and what's not, and get an answer. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. There's some really cool stuff happening. I'm kind of torn up because I can't tell you all about it. I did a video, and the Lord's like, I mean, it's just, I don't know how to explain that, non-verbal, whatever, but it's just to check in your spirit or something, like, you know, maybe that's not the time for that yet. But he is moving, and there's some wonderful stuff happening. That's what's keeping us busy. We still are going to need help with the septic system. They won't let us connect to the sewer. We want to, we're trying to get a soil scientist to do a study of the land there and tell us whether we can enlarge the septic and how and where, or if we need to go with some other option, which would be a lot more expensive or something. So a lot of stuff's in process, and we're excited about some announcements coming soon. Anyway, God bless you all. Please keep praying for us, and thanks so much to those of you that have been supporting us on a regular basis, and those that just send a little bit here and there whenever they can, or those that just pray for us. We appreciate it. And God bless you all. We love you and look forward to giving you a hug in heaven, if not sooner. Bye-bye.